Hey there. Something I'm super excited about lately, and many of you know that because when I'm excited about something, I talk about it here, there, and everywhere. But that's palmitoylethanolamide, PE, otherwise known as PEA. So palmitoylethanolamide is an ethanolamine that we make in our bodies ourselves. We make them endogenously. It comes, the PEA is present in foods such as milk and eggs, but not in amounts that are therapeutic. They won't do the things we want PEA to do. I first found out about PEA when my daughter had suffered a neurotoxic reaction to an antibiotic prescribed to her for a bladder infection. And one of my compound pharmacy buddies, Gene Gresh of Pioneer Health Pharmacy down in Vernon, Connecticut, I asked him his advice. I asked him his help because she had developed this neuropathy. And he told me about this new formula, a topical formula he was making with PEA in it. He just mentioned PEA as part of the whole thing, but I was impacted with it and I wrote it down. And then we kept on talking and stuff. And I thought later I'm going to go back and I'm going to look and find out what PEA is all about. And so I kept seeing it on my scratch pad on my desk, day after day. And I was like, okay, I finally looked into it. And then I found out the most remarkable things about PEA. So PEA is used to treat pain. It's used for other things too, but that's how I first hopped on it. And it works miraculously well, I wouldn't want to say miraculously, but with miraculous results in some cases, with intricately in the body with regard to how chronic pain is established in the body, which involves not only the pain signals, but also the immune system and the microglia and the mast cells and interleukin-6 and all of these nasty things that produce inflammation. Well, they did one study, they've done a lot, but they did one study where there were 621 participants, and the criteria for being in the study was you have pain that is not being addressed, a chronic pain that is not being addressed by your regular pain medication, or it's not working. So the people in the test could continue taking their medication or not take their medication. And then they also took 1,200 milligrams split into 600 milligram doses twice a day for 3 weeks. And then they moved their dose down to half that for another week. In all of the participants who completed this study, every single one reported significant decrease in their pain on their pain scale. And this was whether they were using something else with their pain or not using something else with their pain. So I was like phenomenally intrigued by this because chronic pain is a scourge on our population today. It's behind the opiate crisis. It's behind so many things and a major loss of enjoyment of life and of livelihood. So I had one gentleman come up after I learned about it and I had it. And he had such bad pain from a failed back surgery and some syndrome that he had the surgery for in the first place. For 18 years on disability, pain medications didn't work for him. He was just a mess. And I really didn't have much hope because this was early on. I really didn't expect the result that he had. But he came back 2 weeks later and said, I'm tearing up. He said, after the first dose, 30 minutes after the first dose, that pain was gone. He said, I still have pain like in my muscles if I do something or whatever, but that fried nerve pain is gone and it's still gone. And I was just so glad and so gratified that he just so grateful that he experienced this. And so chronic pain may be something that you have. They use palmitoylethanolamide for pain of all different causes. They use it for fibromyalgia, for diabetic neuropathy, for postherpetic neuralgia after you have the shingles, for vaginal pains, for osteoporosis, for osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. They use it for neuropathy due to all sources. And it could be something, I can't promise that it will work for everyone, but I will just tell you, it's the most exciting thing I know of for pain. And it's also brilliant for the brain, for Alzheimer's disease, for Parkinson's disease, for the gut. It's very integral in gut inflammation and therefore inflammatory bowel syndrome, such as Crohn's, colitis, IBS. So PEA, another wonderful thing. Again, we make it in our own bodies. It uses the cannabinoid receptors. It's probably more effective if you combine a cannabinoid with it, such as CBD. But some places you're finding scientific things saying it's kind of nice if you can, some people don't want to use cannabinoids, even though CBD is legal and not psychoactive, that it works similarly. So again, these are things that we make in our own bodies, but we don't make enough of them. We can take advantage of them, both CBD and palmitoylethanolamide, by using them as supplements. And so if you have pain, I hope you'll give it a try. Pain, again, is a terrible thing. So anyway, have a wonderful day, and thank you. Bye.